I have had the opportunity to play some more Counter-Strike Online 2 last week. After I couldn't do that for almost half a year because the stupid anti-cheat program that comes with CS02 doesn't like my computer anymore and keeps crashing the game, well, now I can finally play it again. An entirely different computer solved that problem. Special thanks to the non-responsive support team. Playing CS02 again, I noticed how many old maps they remade for their Counter-Strike spin-off. Popular ones like D-Dust 2 and Italy got remade a while ago, but I noticed some less popular ones too. Let's have a quick look at some of them today, and if you like this kind of stuff, maybe we'll have a closer look at some more in the future. If you have no idea what Counter-Strike Online is, I suggest you take a look at these two videos where I explain some stuff about the game and how you can play it. To sum it up, it is a Counter-Strike spin-off for the Asian market. It is pretty different in a lot of ways. It adds individual and co-op missions to the mix, as well as some really ridiculous game modes and a weapon unlocking system. In my opinion, this game is absolutely unusable for competitive matches, but it is pretty fun for some casual gaming. Though it is not really Counter-Strike anymore. Just saying that. Also, you can play this game anywhere in the world, but there is no English version available, and it tends to be buggy and lagging from time to time. You are playing on a Chinese server after all. But let's begin. A map which I always liked because of its style is DE Prodigy. Starting from the early versions up until Counter-Strike Source, I liked this map's bunker theme. The Gold Source game still had a more Half-Life-like vibe to it, and I really liked that, but also the more realistic approach from Counter-Strike Source was something I really enjoyed. I always had the feeling this was supposed to be a kind of Verdun fortress. Counter-Strike Online 2 moves the whole scenery. It moves it to a more jungle and mountain surrounding. With very simple effects, they created a very cool looking skybox. It is a big improvement over the 2004 Source version. In this version, the narrow tunnels and also the big outside corridor doesn't look so bland anymore. In the case of this corridor, it is less of a color spectacle as in the Counter-Strike Source version. They haven't changed the map geometry massively and stayed close to the original. They mixed up the 1.6 and the Source version a bit. All in all, a very nice remake. Moving on to the old-time favorite, Dust 2. It got a little bit of a visual upgrade from the original Source version, and again, no major changes to the map geometry, just visual changes. Here they tried to add a lot more detail to the map, which they managed to do, but it takes away a bit of the good visibility from the original. For a game that is based on Counter-Strike Source, this looks actually pretty fine. They try to imitate the global offensive look in some ways. If you know the first Counter-Strike Online or Counter-Strike Nexon Zombies, you can see that this is a mix of Counter-Strike Online or Nexon Zombies and Global Offensive. With the visuals trying to imitate Global Offensive and the gameplay model being a more streamlined version and less pay-to-win version of the first CSO gameplay. Actually, I like the approach they have taken with this game. While Counter-Strike Online completely recycled maps and player models and other assets from Counter-Strike 1.6 and Condition Zero, here they try to create their own look for the game. And the next map is a shining example of how that worked. Hostage rescue maps are not really the flavor of the day, but they can be great fun on LAN parties. And before we go to the last map, I want to mention two examples of how it looks when Nexon comes up with their own design. This, for example, is a hostage rescue situation taking place in an aquarium. The visual concept is pretty cool and I like how they built the fish tanks. I am not commenting on how the map works gameplay wise because a one-on-one with a bot is not really the best way to test it. Another very simple but way too fun map for its simplicity is this one. A team deathmatch map just copying the simple style of Ice World and making it a bit more visually appealing. Great fun! We played way too many matches on DM Killhouse. And just in case you are asking, yes, this is an AEK I'm playing with, an unlockable gun from the Kalashnikov research tree. So the last map I want to show you guys today is CS Estate, a map only officially featured in the older Gold Source games and an all-time favorite of mine. At the last LAN party at my place we played 50 rounds in a row and only stopped because the pizza arrived, so this map is pretty cool. Because it is a classic attack and defense situation, it makes for a very intense and good shootout. The rounds are not too long and the map is pretty compact. Astonishing change from 1.6 to CS02, isn't it? They took the original and transformed it into a beautiful looking house in a sunny climate. As with most of the remakes, they stayed true to the original design and didn't change it massively. The biggest change is the addition of this path leading to the back of the building, allowing the counter-terrorists to circle around back without being fired upon by the terrorists from the building's first floor windows. But once again, most of the changes are of visual nature, and in my opinion it looks gorgeous. I would seriously love to see this map ported over to CSGO. I think it is a lot better than any workshop version of CS Mansion out there at the moment. If there would be a set of high-resolution textures for this map, this would be a great fit for CSGO. I really enjoy the warm atmosphere they gave to the map, and if it wouldn't be the theater of a hostage situation, I would stay there for a few days. So tell me, what do you think of these remakes? Do you like them, or do you prefer the original versions from CSS and 1.6? If you want to try it out and give it a look for yourself, follow the link on the left side or in the description down below. It will lead you to a video explaining Counter-Strike Online 2 a bit more, and for the account creation, take a look at the updated version of that video afterwards. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you again. Till next time, have a nice day, and as always, goodbye and guten Tag. Oh, and if you are celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas!
Double kill. Nice shot. Assist.